sieve thing. Put that in there. Line up the hole on the bottom, see?
What's that for?
That's the crusher. That's the blade.
So push it.
Yeah, push it down until it clicks.
Did it click?
Did you hear it click?
Yeah.
Okay, well done.
Alright, now all ready.
And one. Perfect.
This is quite nice.
Yeah. Good afternoon, world. Story and I are in the kitchen, aren't we? What are we doing?
We're making ginger and carrot and apple.
Juice, yes. So if you saw the weekend vlog, you'll know our juicer arrived, and it's something I'm very excited about. We've only had this machine for a couple of days and we've already used it about 6 times. So Story is helping me make our afternoon juice. One thing I'm already realising though is the stuff that we buy doesn't last, because we've said before everything here is organic, which is a great thing, but it also means that we have to buy more and more frequently, especially now that we're juicing. You get through a lot of fruit and vegetables, so I'm just going to use up what we bought the other day. These carrots are only 2 days old, or we bought them 2 days ago, and they're already starting to shrivel up. How's the carrot? Good, nice and crunchy. Alright, Story, my little helper, is going to juice all of this lovely goodness up for me. You ready?
I'm going to juice Master Story.
Your juice master Story?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, come on then, it's all ready to go. Let's put the stuff in.
Which way do we turn on this button?
You have to keep feeding the stuff in, okay?
Alright. What's that?
What's that?
Onion.
Ginger.
Ginger.
That's it. Wow.
Juice comes out up here and skin comes out up here.
That's right. What is it?
It's awesome.
It's awesome, is it?
Yeah. Let me show you how it does.
Come in.
Goes through here, but first we put it in here,
Yeah.
and then it goes here, and then here, and then you put another one in, and then another one, and then another one.
Oh, it's going to be so nice. So I just remembered we had some greens in the fridge. See what happens with greens.
Let's get that.
Is it going to juice it or not? Is there? Oh, look, Story, green juice is coming out.
Yeah. It's pumpkin.
You want to put some pumpkin in as well?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
Ready? I know how to turn it on now. Yeah. You can see it, isn't it?
Yeah. This is a first for me. I've never juiced a pumpkin before, so I didn't know if you could do it raw or if you had to pick it before, but there's not much juice coming out of it. What does it smell like?
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to smell?
Ooh, it smells
Daddy,
like...
it smells nice. Do you want to smell it?
Smells like greens at the moment.
Yeah, it smells like the grass.
It's a vegetable juice. Smells like it needs something sweet in it.
Let's make it rainbow.
Oh, what colour can you put in next?
Does it have any orange? We're going to put some lemon in.
Look.
So this is another thirst for me. I've never juiced a banana before. So we're going to do a little test, aren't we, Story?
Yeah.
What happens when we put a banana in the juicer? Should we find out?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think anything is coming out. So what started out as a very normal carrot, apple and ginger juice has turned into a bit of an experiment to see what we can and can't juice up. The banana did not work at all. It just kind of mushed itself into the machine. So I have to wash it now. Thank you for your help, Juice Master Story. That was very helpful. Are you going to try some of the juice?
Yay!
Yeah?
Actually, I'm going to have medicine.
When Story says she wants medicine, she's talking about this. She loves apple cider vinegar, don't you?
Yeah.
So we give her a little spoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in a cup of water, and she has it nearly every day. Don't you
I'm a
get...
cheeky little monster.
You are a cheeky little monster. Right, so I just mixed together what we did manage to juice up. Looks a bit like pond water. Let's give it a try. despite the face, it's nice, but very fiery from the ginger. So Daddy's gonna like this story because Jay really likes gingery things. It's hot. Well, that was Story's review. Let's go and see what Jay thinks. Here we go. You want to try it? The pond juice.
Wow. That's
Fiery.
Nice and gingery. Story just said, my mouth has gone hot.
Oh, yeah, guzzling the water now. Well done for trying it though, Story. One thing about juices though, and something that we found last time when we had one, is that you do get a lot of waste. So all the pulp that comes out is obviously you're not using it. So today, for the first time, I thought to save the pulp, because it all still looks really edible and it's a bit like having all your veggies cut up for you. So I'm gonna make a garlic fried rice tonight, and I thought I could put the pulp in through the rice, so it's a bit like a veggie rice. See how it turns out. It might be lovely, it might not, but we had some garlic fried rice the other day when we went to Allegria at the De Rosa Cafe, and it was really, really delicious, and Story ate loads of it, so I thought that would be a nice dinner for us tonight. While I clean up the juicer though, I'm going to bring you back into Jay and do a little handover, and Jay can tell you what he's been doing.
Before we move on though, you should have put spirulina in there to make it a bit more green.
A bit like muddy water.
This is taking much longer than I thought it would, but we're trying to create the measurements and designs for Ate so they can get this right, because it's actually quite difficult. These chairs are not uniform shape, so everything needs to kind of squash around in the right position, and because they're not going to see the furniture, I want to make sure that the measurements are spot on as can be. Look at my view though, from the computer down to the sea. Look at those really rough waves. Can you see them, Story? Woo! Wow. I've been hiding away in the bedroom today, trying to stay cool, because I've got a combination of sunburn, heat rash and eczema all at the same time. I'm very much trying to limit my exposure to the sun at the moment. It's looking pretty overcast outside, so I think we might go out for a walk before it gets dark. We've had the AC unit set to dry mode all day. It's quite good for a daytime setting actually. And even though it hasn't been sunny, it's still far too hot in the living room to do any work. We had a chat with Ate Jane, and she is going to look into getting a really nice air conditioner fitted into that room. We're going to pay towards it as well, so that nobody's out of pocket and that we can comfortably get our work done inside the house and really start to make it feel like home. Story gave me a hug just earlier and she was soaking with sweat, but she's really good. She never complains about anything, even though she's a winter baby. You're very good at adapting to the heat, aren't you, Story? Should we go for a walk outside? Closing up, we've got a little box to pick up some trash. It's actually quite stuffy out here too. No breeze. No, sweet boy. Come sat on my foot. Oh, I love you, Shalako. We noticed the other day, Shalako only has one ear. Look, there's a little stump here. It's definitely not the same shape as that one. Have you been fighting? Story's off. The other doggies are here too. This is what a high tide looks like on an overcast day at our beach. It's actually quite beautiful. Look who sneaked up behind me. You trying to trip me up? So if you're wondering why Story hasn't had a swimming lesson with Teacher Chi in a few weeks, it's not because of the house move, in case anyone thought that. It's because Teacher Chi got a bug bite that got infected, and so she hasn't been able to be in the water for a couple of weeks. So we've just been doing like assignments with Story, teaching her the stuff that Teacher Chi taught her to do. But the good news is she's back in business, and in a couple of days time we'll be taking Story for another swimming lesson. Story's been talking about the Shargale mermaids, and Story loves Teacher Chi as well.
Yeah.
Do you miss Teacher Chi?
Yeah.
She's feeling better now?
Yeah, and I want to give her this cuddle and kiss.
Okay. So if you're watching this, Teacher Chi, Story's going to give you a big cuddle and kiss.
Hey, Dad.
Looks like some fishermen have been munching on sea urchins. Loads of their shells just left over on the floor. When we see Teacher Chi this week, we've got a question to ask her. We had an idea that we think Story would absolutely love in the future. Story's been watching a lot of documentaries about sharks lately, and in particular her favourite shark is the whale shark, and they have whale sharks here in the Philippines. It's near to another island, so of course we'd have to wait until travel resumes again. But the idea is obviously wait until Story is much better at swimming and then teach her how to dive, and then we could go on a trip together with Teacher Chi, and Story could go diving with the whale sharks with Teacher Chi and us all together. You obviously don't need to turn up with your own personalised swimming instructor with you. We just thought that Story is familiar with Teacher Chi's training and the way that she is with her. So if there was any hesitation or doubt about going in with the whale sharks, Teacher Chi would be able to help her overcome those fears. So when we do the trip, we could all go together and Story will be more excited about it because she's familiar with the people around her. We've been talking about it a lot. We've just been saying how magical the videos could be if you just get that right moment where a whale shark is swimming by. We're gonna have a chat with Ave about it as well, because I think she grew up near there and that was part of her childhood. And she went on a trip recently with Mike and Nelly and obviously with Martin. And I watched the video and it just looks fantastic. They're out in the wild, so they're not captive, they're not being fed to come over to you. You have to go to them in their natural habitat, which is exactly how we'd want to do it. It makes it more difficult, of course, but it's the way it should be. We've got our new underwater camera that we want to test out as well. Be amazing. It's your new song? Sounds a bit like Moana.
Yeah. It's not though.
It's your version. So we kind of stopped talking about this a long time ago, but technically we are still on lockdown. So I thought I'd give you a little lockdown update. The airport in Siargao and in Surigao, the next island on, were supposed to open September the 1st, but they recently announced that they're not going to open now until October. So that's another month they've pushed it back. The island is still completely COVID-free. There's been no cases the whole time. There was a few suspected cases that came and went, and then it didn't actually turn out to be anything. You still need to get travel passes to go from village to village sometimes, but only a few checkpoints enforce it. And there's like a no mask, no entry policy on pretty much all the cafes and restaurants, but it seems like it's more of a compulsory rule for shop owners to put up the sign rather than it actually being something that everyone does. At the moment we've been finding that driving up north, there's no checkpoint stopping you at all, but if we try and get back down to General Luna, we do need to get travel passes to get in. 1, 2, 3, go!
I'm winning!
Oh, it's a tight gap. This is your treasures from the sea.
Yeah, look at this one though. Obviously there's no way to know where this actually came from, but it looks well worn, faded. Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee mocha. And there's no Dunkin' Donuts here or anywhere near here as far as I'm aware. And on the label it says produced for Atlanta. So has this come all the way from Atlanta?
Really bad if it has. The moon is well and truly out now. I was really hoping that the airports would open in September, but I'm not sure exactly why, because I don't think we would have just gone off travelling straight away. We've got so much that we need to do to settle into life here. I also can't imagine anybody would come to visit so soon after the opening of airlines.
No, but it would just symbolise that it was coming to an end, or coming to a close in a way.
I agree, that's exactly what I was thinking too. It feels like the natural progression of things for the airports to reopen, and then of course the airlines would start allowing to ship pets, and perhaps we could get Eden, that kind of stuff. We're all having dinner together today. Look what Mummy did. She took all the pulp from the juices that she made earlier and put it into the food. That's very clever.
It is juice of pulp rice.
Yeah? It's good that you don't waste it all, isn't it? Dinner was delicious. It's a new morning. We're going to do the shout outs before we head out for the new day.
First shout out we are saying today is a happy birthday to Mildred. Hello, and hello to you and your family as well. Your husband Jordan and your son Jed. Hope you're all having a lovely day.
Happy birthday, Mildred. Happy birthday, Kathleen.
Yes, happy birthday Kathleen Capada. You are 26 years old today, and this greeting came from Rose Capardo in Toronto, Canada. We're also saying hello to your son, Jackson, who is 2 years old. Hello, Jackson.
Hello, Jackson.
The next shout out is coming from Steph Taljo, and she wants to wish her husband Jojo a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jojo.
Happy birthday, Jojo.
It also says here, if one day you have a baby girl, you're going to name her Story. Well, it's a great name.
The next birthday shout out comes from Carlo Arana, or Kaloiski, and he wants to wish a very happy birthday to his hearty Karen. And this was a belated message, but he wants to say, happy birthday, my hearty, and thank you for being with me all through the years. Always remember that we can beat all the odds as we are always together through thick and thin. I love you and happy birthday from your hearty Kaloi.
Oh, nice message. Hope you had a lovely day, Karen. Happy 9th birthday to Inigo Natividad Velasco. Happy birthday and hello to you and your family. Hope you're having a lovely day. And this shout out came from Mark Fonacia, and he's also asked us to say a big hello to Ona Natividad as well. So hello to you as well.
Happy birthday, Inigo.
And that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.